What's up everybody, welcome back to what should hopefully be the last chapter of this commentary playthrough of the HD remaster of Final Fantasy X. We finally, after 32 hours, find ourselves inside Sin itself, and all that remains is a trek through the interiors of Sin to find Yu Yevon and hopefully take him down. Okay, that's a good way to start. Which, if we're able to do, then hopefully we'll be able to save Spira from Sin forever. But there's still quite a bit more to do. So even though it's the last chapter, it's by no means short. So let's sort out the sphere grid and get on with it. This section of the game is pretty much the last kind of set of random encounters that you're going to get. But they are also some of the most difficult, so you do need to be wary of that. But there are some pretty good tips and tricks for each one, so hopefully we should be able to get through without too much problem. Okay, I guess here you have a choice depending on what spheres you have. You can come down here. Now I guess probably the best thing that Lulu can learn is double cast, and as the name would suggest, it allows you to cast 2 black magic spells in a row. So that's pretty helpful, and I would advise that you get that if you have the spheres, which we do. So that's what we're doing, and then I can kind of head up to the end of her grid. Kimmy continues to follow Waka closely. Okay, so Tidus is basically at the end of his grid already. He's like the first one to finish, and I will probably, I think I have a friend sphere. If I do, I'll send him over to either Waka or Auron, and then go backwards and kind of get him to boost his HP and his strength mostly. What is going on? What is happening? That's twice the audio's cut out. Yesterday's recording session was fine. Okay, let's get our random encounter mode back on, starting with overdrives. This is pretty much definitely the first set of random encounters where Stone Touch is not really going to be enough. Pretty much all of them have a resistance to petrification, so that's one thing you're going to notice. The TKO finally starts to wear out. Right. To be honest, at the moment the armors aren't overly important, but I will customize them a little bit as we get nearer the end. Okay, this should be fine. Let's head out and see what it looks like. Sea of Sorrow. Okay, there's some missable chests here, so I would advise kind of checking out every little avenue to make sure that you don't miss anything. Okay, here we go. The first set of new enemies, and these are the Iron Giants, 2 kind of older brothers. What can you do with these guys? There are a number of things you can do. They are immune to petrification and death, so the 2 kind of quick ways out of it are unfortunately not available to us, but they are susceptible to sleep, so you can do that if you want. They are also susceptible to poison and take quite a bit of damage from it, so you can do that. So when they're immune to both petrification and death, then it's quite an annoying combination, but there's not much you can do. And they have 36,000 HP each, so it's a pretty decent combo. If you leave these 2 around for too long, they will unleash an attack called Double Reaper, which is pretty dangerous, but it's unlikely that they'll both be around long enough for that to be an issue. So for once, the magic users take center stage here. I think the resistance that these guys have, you will need strike weapons in order to poison them and put them to sleep, and to inflict darkness and that kind of stuff. So there you go. I'm pretty much just going to wait it out now. There's no point doing anything else. I can just steal. What you can also do, if you have a Candle of Life, these guys have a Doom counter of just 3, so they will die pretty quickly. So if you've stolen a lot of these in Zanarkand, then you can start to make use of them here by using them on these Gemini. Might as well use Titus' Overdrive, try and hopefully get that 3rd one if I can. These guys are armoured though, worth noting. There we go. I guess maybe Slayer might not be the best option anymore because to be honest we're going to be using status effects a lot more, so I don't know if it's still the best idea. But depending on what enemies come up, it can still charge the overdrive pretty quickly. I just need to make sure I don't miss any chests here, because I always miss 1 or 2. Okay.
This isn't just a rock, is it?
This guy has some really good stealing items, so I would definitely advise doing a lot of stealing. Healing waters are really useful because they can heal your entire party, so they can heal up to 9999 HP and heal the entire party. And for customization, I think they're used for alchemy, so it's a pretty nice combination. This guy has a resistance to everything, but it's not immune. So that means that if you have strike weapons, things like petrification and death will work against this guy. Come on. You also have things like darkness, so there's plenty you can do against this guy. So even though he hits hard, he is quite easy to deal with. You should be able to use provoke as well, so that way it will just attack one character, and then you can do evade and counter and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if it's immune to death. I think death is the one thing that it is immune to. It might be petrification, that's the other easy way. Yeah. Okay. So if you have a petrified grenade or a stone strike weapon, then that'll be a quick way to get rid of it. Smoke bomb. Yes. Rare still is a stamina tablet, and we already know why those are awesome. So that's another good thing. But you see, this is where you start to notice the, you know, how much longer things take when you don't have a stone strike weapon. When he falls below a certain HP threshold, he has an attack called Breath, which is a fire-based attack and will do magic damage to all of your characters. So if you have fireproof, then obviously you won't take damage, but it's not like the worst attack in the world. But he also has an attack called Earthquake, which is slightly more annoying. Will you use it? No. I think at best, I think he has like a 1/3 chance of using it, so it's not going to be too much of a big deal. Going to make sure I keep Yuna in the front line just so I can get to that holy before the final boss battle. Let's see if he uses breath now. This would be a good time for it to use it. So this is the stage of the game where Riku's items are really going to start to come into their own. Because they always have a pretty much guaranteed, they will be guaranteed to afflict the status unless the enemy has immunity. It's always going to be useful. Because you might not have too many strike weapons at this stage. So let's have a look at the healing water. So there's that magic alchemy that I really enjoy having for Riku. So once I have enough healing waters, then I'm going to customize alchemy onto that. This one over here. Right, let's move on. just worried that one of these chests is going to be hidden behind a cloud or something. Oh shit! That one had first strike. Damn. Okay. Yeah, this is still the same one from Gagazet, I think, so Waka should be able to deal with this guy. And the TK will still work. I guess it does enough damage to one-hit KO it anyway, so it's better to get the overkill damage there. These guys have... I think they have silence grenades, so silence grenades can be pretty useful, especially since they're susceptible to silence themselves, which is pretty ironic. And you can steal them 3 at a time, so it's worth stealing from these guys if you can.
I hope you like it hot.
They do have that pollen attack that the other ones do. But they only use pollen if you attack it physically, so magic attacks won't affect it. Steal. Immune. Okay. Immune to zombie anyway. Okay, let's have a look at what happens. Actually, hold on. No. Because it also inflicts poison. This one's pollen attack also inflicts poison. And it lasts for 3 turns. So, if you're not protected against poison, there is a chance you could die. So, you need to be careful. Just to show you the pollen attack, I'm gonna attack it on purpose. So, if you attack it physically, there is a 100% chance it will counter with pollen. Okay, so that didn't take effect. That's good. Unless this one doesn't inflict sleep. I don't remember it correctly. If it doesn't inflict sleep, then it's not too much of a big deal, but... yeah, I guess it doesn't. Okay. Fair enough. So then maybe it's not quite as bad as the other ones, because sleep is just annoying. So I definitely remember the poison, and I was thinking if it was sleep and poison, then it might be quite difficult to deal with. That's all good. So they're pretty much just a source of silence grenades, really. Okay, let's keep rolling. Surely one of these has to have a chest. I'm going to get Tidus to kill these guys. Just so he can charge that overdrive gauge. If you want confused protection, these guys aren't too bad, but there is like a one-eye enemy that's even better than these guys. They will give like 4 at a time, so... because it takes so many musks to get proper confusion protection, it's probably not worth stealing, but it's your call. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so it splits into 2 here. Because I'm so used to the movie version just kind of running to the finish, I always forget kind of where the chests are for this little section. Ah, the ether is a rare steal. Which is a pretty shitty rare steal, to be honest. Ugh. So you can see the level 3 fire spells are starting to do pretty well. So imagine with double cast as well, she's going to be quite formidable. Okay, I need to steal this time. There we go. They do look really cool at the same time.
Farewell.
They're pretty much strong enough to take on the final boss anyway. We probably don't really need any more leveling up, but I'm not going to run from any encounters from here on. Because they start to have useful items for stealing as well. Oh, come on. No one has first strike. I keep getting caught out. Okay, just going to bring Titus back in so he can finish it off with Slice and Dice and hopefully get 2 kills to charge his overdrive.
Mighty Mo!
Okay. But you're not making a choice. Oh, please attack the other one. Are you kidding me? Okay, thank God for that. I was going to say if he concentrated all of his attacks on the other one, that would have been ridiculous. So obviously, since these guys are kind of the last and most difficult random encounters, they will offer decent amounts of AP. Oh, come on.
See ya!
There we go. He really needs to learn that energy rain soon. It's been a while. Okay, waterfall with the chest on top. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Let's use a Candle of Life, and I'll show you his. I'll show you their attacks as well while we're at it. Okay, so when something has a Doom counter of 3, that's very low. So that's you should kind of take advantage of that. Candle of Lives aren't too difficult to get. You can always jump on an airship, go back to Xanadu, and just steal loads more whenever you need it. So it's always a good thing to have. Okay, got a couple of guys with evading counter, so we should be okay. Yep, their evading counter's doing a good job. Might as well boost the HP back up. Fairly sure you can't dodge Reaper. That's what's kind of special about that attack in the first place.
Let's end this.
She might as well just wait. It's nice to be able to kill them like this. You don't have to work too hard. As far as I know, if you provoke them, then they will always use a leaping swing as an attack on whoever provoked them, so that's pretty good. Bye-bye. Excellent. Okay, I want that treasure chest. Is there no... Yeah, I have to go a different way first. So the AP that this guy provides is not incredibly amazing. I'm going to kind of just go on a stealing rampage and just leave it. I'm not going to bother fighting this guy every time because it's too long. Since I don't have Stone Strike as well, it's just going to take too long. Poison damage doesn't really work well against this guy either, unfortunately. I think the Doom counter is pretty high too. And because it's so slow, it's just going to take a lot of times. Oh, come on, give me some healing water, seriously. Oh, this was a waste of a sleeping powder. There we go. So I've got 2 rare steels and I think 1 regular steel. That was my haul. Strange. Okay.
Live and let live!
Moving swiftly on.